All right, hello. This is Mike. Welcome to the Coldest of Takes podcast, and this is another episode recording. This podcast is brought to you by Anchor, and I'm just recording it here on YouTube as well for some peace of mind and to just do something fun, do something cool, and I'm gonna talk to one of my buddies. And we're gonna get after it. I think the best way to do this. Okay, he's ready to go. Coldest It Takes. It's available on Anchor. It's available on every podcasting platform there is. And, all right, Super Bowl week or a big game week. All right, you only get a couple of. You can't be saying that. This is the Coldest Takes. That's Kobe, Jesus, Lazarus, Jordan 11s. Gotta love it. All right, John, get in the pod. We gotta get going. This is a big time. I don't like staring at myself at the thing. Jeez. Hello, hello.
No, that's my guy.
What is up, John?
Yes, Mike. How are you?
Pretty good, dude. It's been a minute. I was really looking forward to this. After we did the last pod, after I uploaded it and everything, I pretty much haven't looked at the app in a week. So, pleasant surprise. We did all right with some numbers. So we got to thank the people who listened to the pod, especially the past two or three. And this is the Coldest It Takes podcast.
That's right.
It's a very special night. I'm one of your hosts, Mike. You follow me on Twitter at st_Katzer. And that other voice you hear is my man, John, my best friend since preschool, since single digits. John is out in California. I am out in Massachusetts, making waves, living life. And we're still, this relationship all these years. And John, tell the people where you're at. And we'll
John J-Pat on Twitter, Instagram, John Wick, Coldest of Takes. That's all you need to know, Mike. Coldest of Takes on every podcast platform.
That's right.
So follow it, look at it. Mike, I got something for the people. All right?
All right, give it to them.
We're going to get real positive right quick, all right?
Yeah. I feel like we need that.
Yes. So my boss decided that he was going to move on to another venture. Okay? Another good look. It's a good look for him. He's going to have a little more creative ideas with that company, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't care. Here's the point, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Is seize the opportunity, right?
Right.
When your company tells you, like they just did to me, we have nobody that we're replacing him with. Mike, seize the opportunity, baby.
Yeah, you gotta shimmy in that door frame there, kid.
Yeah, I'm saying I want that job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want that. You know what I mean? When your boss moves on and he moves to another company, hey man, I want that job. What do I got to do to get it? What are the hours I got to put in?
That's right, dude. That's a good mentality, man. That's a winning mentality, man.
And Mike, you know what hurts me about it?
What?
Is it's LeBron James. Strive for greatness.
Yeah, dude. You can't. As soon as you start adopting strive for greatness, like that's all you do, bro. You just strive, baby. We out here, man. And it's funny that you bring up LeBron, man. Because everything did you see that with the the fans and the heckling because he had some dude kicked out of the game the other night?
Yeah, dude. This league. I'm telling you, Mike.
This league.
But tell the people what happened.
well, John, I didn't mean to. I just made me think about LeBron James. But yeah, dude, that's super. Real positive spin there. I hope you
I
because
want
you're
all of our listeners to remember that if there's an opportunity in front of you and you don't take it, you do not get to bitch about it years later, right? It was right in front of you. You didn't take it. So let's cut out that negativity. If it's right in front of you, go get it. If you failed doing your best, you didn't fail.
right. Right. Everything's a
So
learning
that's what I want on the
opportunity.
pod for the people. The
Yeah.
opportunity's there. If you failed doing your best, you didn't fail.
Hmm. That's it.
I just don't. I just don't think so. I really don't think so. You can only do your best, Mike. And I want people to know the opportunities in front of you. Blah blah blah. Mike, I gotta talk about LeBron though. Now
Right.
you got me.
Well, you got my wheels turning too on that. That's very motivational and that's so positive thinking, man. And it's just like, you know, I heard something and this might be foreshadowed later in the pod, but uh you may, stumble and fall,
Correct.
but that doesn't mean that, you're lost forever. You have to find the strength inside of you and that passion and bring that energy out of you. And so I feel that to the max, John. I love that you put that to the pod and to the people. And
That's
we
right.
need that positivity right now, and so I appreciate
That's
that
right.
because there's all this negativity, like these
Too much.
screaming fans and
Too much.
at
Bro.
LeBron James.
Too much. They're yelling at him for playing basketball, Mike. I don't understand.
Well, I guess that's been happening. Well, think about it, man. Like the crowds are decreased capacity by a good amount, and then you can kind of hear the talking a little bit more. I guess I think Russell Westbrook had somebody tossed.
Yeah.
I guess it's happening. But
here's what I think about it right before we get into it is the fact that, dude, that's like Allen Iverson stepped over a player while they're playing the game. You're on the sidelines. That's wonderful. Good for you. Even during a pandemic, is this really the thing you want to start with? With the NBA, that's dumb. It was just dumb all around. It was just dumb, right? Was that not just a dumb article about LeBron James talking shit to a fan? I bet he's talking shit to many a fan.
Oh yeah, I mean,
catch it,
bro,
because of the pandemic.
He's the best player in the freaking world, and this is the game of basketball that's been around.
Maybe ever.
Well, he's not, arguably best player in the world, maybe ever. That's
1B, Mike. He's up to 1B.
Yeah, dude. That's
one B LeBron.
That's like the endless argument, the Stephen A. argument of time. But like the thing is like the NBA, this sort of thing has been going on for a long time, man. And I just think you're right. Like the scope of focus on players now is so different, and it's so hyper. It's like hyperbolic almost. It's like it can be catastrophic at times, and it can cause players to really shift, one way or the other. But like as far as basketball goes, like and any sport for that matter, dudes and players and fans have been yelling at each other for so long. Like I don't think there's a situation where if this guy is yelling at me, telling me I stink, like LeBron is on the court. It's like no, I don't stink. You're paying to watch me play because clearly I don't stink. So it's like I feel like that trash talking is somewhat warranted, almost. I don't really have a problem with LeBron James, like looking weird or anything like that, or like I'm sure whatever the person was saying to get ejected from the game to have LeBron be like yeah, this is a little too much, like um I don't know, it had to be really bad.
Dude, Mike, it's like the people think that on Twitter or the things that you say on the person get to these elite athletes on like a level where it's gonna hurt them. Like that's never gonna happen.
No,
Like,
it doesn't. It doesn't hurt them, but it's just like shit you don't say. It's just like stuff you don't say, dude.
Mike, let's put it this way: if you went up to Tom Brady right now, you as an Eagles fan, and said, "Fuck you with the Billy special. Fuck you. You're going to the Super Bowl. Fuck you." You could do a dance around him, Mike. And even if you had exclusive minutes with him, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be like, "Nope." And he would be like, "All right, well, that was an Eagles fan. I'm just focused on that." They're so laser focused, it's ridiculous. So I agree with you there.
Yeah, dude. Like there's different types of fandom as well too, and you can clearly see when someone's behavior is just like off. You know,
too much.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
I hate LeBron just because of the overall, thing about him. And is he 1B player in the world? Absolutely. Is he a great guy? Absolutely. I just love to hate him.
Yeah, dude, it makes it fun.
Out of our Celtics, Mike. He beat the shit out of our Celtics a lot of times.
Yeah, dude, it's tough.
He's the best player in the world.
It's tough. It's tough for me, dude. I think about it a lot, man. Like I really love the Celtics. I do. Like I'm from Massachusetts, love the Celtics, but like, I've loved basketball for a long time. Like there's so many players that have come and gone from the league that I have just enjoyed, and Tracy McGrady, the opportunities that I've gotten to go to the Basketball Hall of Fame inductions a couple of times. Like I wanted
Antoine Walker Shimmy.
Yeah, dude. But like there's so much that makes basketball cool, and I just think
Allen Iverson, the step over, and the shoes, Mike.
The shoes, baby. Fierce. But yeah, dude, what do you think of the Celtics situation? Right now, while we're on the topic of basketball and the Celtics, and there's all their championships, and the Lakers and their asterisks from the bubble and the state of the Miami Heat, because like they're clearly not the same team that we saw in the finals. The Bucks being halfway decent. What do you got for me, kid?
All right. So the Bucks are going to be a fantastic out in the Elite Eight. They're going to take whatever team, probably Boston, to 7, but they're not going to win. They signed Giannis.
What round of the playoffs?
Elite Eight, divisional.
There's only 8 teams in the playoffs there, Chief.
Wait, now?
There's always been, 18, the Bucks.
Yeah, per conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying they were the Elite Eight of that conference. So
okay. So they're in the semifinals.
Because it's going to be
conference semis.
Yeah, on the other side, it's going to be Clippers, Lakers.
I got
Denver, and the Mavericks.
No, I know. You're just I didn't understand at first because you're applying the NCAA logic.
So then we're doing Philly,
Yes.
Milwaukee, Celtics, and then the last one I think I could sneak in is not Miami. Orlando.
Well, have you looked at the standings at all?
No, actually not.
Oh, okay. Well, those are some absolutely cold takes because the standings may not reflect that.
So what are the standings like? So I have the Magic, I have the Celtics, Philly, and the Bucks. What do you got for me? How bad are we?
No, we're doing all right. We're 4. We're in the 4 spot. We're gonna draw Indiana right now. It's still wicked early in the season, but like the thing to take away is the 76ers that you mentioned. Like they're gonna be pretty good.
No, they're not.
Well, they had a strong past month, and the Raptors.
Ben Simmons is so awful, Mike. Can we stop the narrative that he's good?
Well, he makes the team go though. He may not be the best player, but he makes, I don't know, like the way Embiid was like the player of the month in January.
Sick, dude.
Dude,
I believe in them though.
No, I don't believe in them either. I'm just saying they're the number one team in the East right now.
So who do you believe in the East that could beat LeBron?
I believe I believe in the Celtics. I don't really believe as much in the Heat this year, but the Heat will win some games eventually, but they rely a lot on Goran Dragic. But the thing that's interesting to me that I wanted to mention was that the Raptors right now, they've only won 9 games, and that kind of stinks. I've liked what the Hornets have done so far to start the season. Like they seem like they could compete, and they might be a tough draw for the Celtics. But the thing that interests me for the Eastern Conference, other than the Celtics this year, is I'm watching what the Knicks are doing, because the Knicks, they've stunk forever, and I kind of want them to sneak into the 8. And that would be fun to see. I don't know how the standings are going to play out. There's still a lot of games left, but I don't know. The Celtics, they can beat the 76ers because they don't have as many shooters, but the Celtics, they don't have the height to really deal with Embiid.
Mike, you're correct. And we haven't even talked about, and crazy, we haven't mentioned this, Brooklyn.
Well, the Nets are sick, but John, I have to tell you, man, if the Magic somehow make it to playoffs, I'm gonna give you some big kudos, because right now they are 8-14 on the season and in the 12th spot. But it's early. Dude, it's only 22 games in.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, the Magic will make the playoffs as the 8th seed.
If the Magic make the playoffs and the Heat don't, and the Knicks make the playoffs, this would be a wild season.
Now, Mike, I have a question for you about the Knicks. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I get it's kind of like a Texas thing where you're like, okay, Texas is back. Oh, the Knicks are back. They're definitely gonna do it this year, and then they never goddamn did.
Well, the Knicks aren't really back because, but, they would be.
Mike, before.
No, I know. I was just gonna say they stink in comparison to the other teams in the league.
Yeah, and I think that's how the Nets are gonna be. They're going to be Clippers from last year, because they're not going to figure it out this year. And then they're going to go toe-to-toe next year, probably against LeBron and AD and the next guy that they add the situation.
What do you think about that situation, man? I was going to say, like, the Western Conference seems, tenfold tougher than the East. The Eastern Conference is fun to watch. Like, I'm on the East Coast, so I watch whatever's on ESPN, but like the Celtics are in the Eastern Conference, so I'm following that. But the Western Conference, bro, you could have teams that are not in the playoffs in the Western Conference be in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference.
That's true. 100% true on your part, Mike. I got a question for you, though.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty easy to get Andre Drummond out of Cleveland to play for the Celtics, right?
Well, didn't he just get shipped there?
Yeah, like maybe a first round draft pick, couple of seconds in future years. I mean, Trader Danny, you need like you said, you need a presence in the middle, and Drummond is the only one I'm seeing right now who maybe could hold Anthony Davis to like 20 points. Definitely not. He's still going to score, but can we get because?
Yeah, but can Andre Drummond shoot the ball though?
I don't give a fuck about that.
No, but you might not. But Danny Ainge does. He came out with a quote saying that he's looking for shooting with size. And they got $28.5 million. They got $28.5 million to move around, I guess, this year. So
Mike, I'd love to have Bill Russell on my team every time, but that's not gonna happen, Danny.
yeah, that's the dream.
But Mike, speaking of organizations that I do not have faith in, we're gonna talk about the Bruins real quick before we get to our Super Bowl picks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's talk about the Bruins, and then we could talk about the largest game of the year.
Yeah, huge. Thank you for making this. Mike, the Bruins, are we good yet?
No. We're flashing. We're in the pan though. We're flashes in the pan. That's where we're at right now. We played fantastic though. Overtime win. Like I'm super happy about it, but it took us overtime.
We shouldn't have to be Philly that long. I get you.
Yeah, and then same. Pittsburgh's not very good.
No.
Crosby could be out at the end of the season or like trade or something like that. Who knows what happens with his situation? But really good. Pasta is just getting back kind of in the lineup. So like there's set pieces and him. It looks like he knows what he's doing out there, and I like to see him play with that energy.
Mike, I'm gonna say something nice about Pasta.
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah, let it be heard on the record.
Yes, on the record, Mike. Pasta is in the right position a lot. I like that about him.
Right.
He's just in the right position to put the puck in the net. Now, was it because every single other person is better than him on every line? Yes. But Mike, there's something to be said about being in the right spot at the right time. So
hey man, but you can be in the right spot, all the time.
Yeah.
But
we love a good win, Mike. We love a good win.
You got to do it in the playoffs. You can't be in the right spot in the playoffs and then miss the puck. That is the thing.
That's right. Or opt out because you're, of kids and shit.
Well, so that's that. Okay, that's super interesting. Okay, with Rask and him leaving the bubble, with his family situation, and obviously the bubble was a weird type of thing.
Yes.
And it's not, these things weren't normal, and we made it seem everything's super, like we said earlier, hyper. So I kind of saw what he did, and it made me think about Wentz and his situation, right? So like Wentz had a pandemic, child in the offseason, they bring in a new quarterback, coach wants the new quarterback, ownership wants Wentz, drama. What do we do? And so all that transpires, and now there's rumors that he wants, out of Philly. And then we got the coach coming in, stammering, doing, he said, I gotta find the quote, but like, what do you think of what I just said about Wentz as I find this quote?
So first of all, while you find your stuff, Mike, you can trade any quarterback ever because Jared Goff had the worst contract of all time, and Detroit decided,
got to do something similar.
So it's going to be, I gotta play this, Mike, and you're not gonna like it. Chicago.
Hey, I've heard Chicago. I've heard Indianapolis. I've heard New England.
Right, but with Trubisky back, Bill, like you're going to get Trubisky in that trade, right? So you give up Wentz to Chicago, couple of picks, whatever you gotta do. You have
well, who?
Wentz.
Okay.
That's nice. You get Trubisky versus Hurts, and those two different quarterbacks, and it depends on who the offensive coordinator is.
Who are some of the veteran quarterbacks in the league, though? Let's try to think of, because
Daniels.
Who?
Brian Hoyer.
No, like a starter, like a Matt Stafford. Goff
Jameis
situation.
Winston.
I would trade for Jameis Winston, but I feel like because Breeze might come back.
Fitzmagic.
Even Fitzmagic, I feel like could do something.
No, Breeze is done. He said he's done.
He said he's done. It's official.
Yes.
Okay, because I heard something where like a teammate of him said like that he hopes he comes back, changes his mind.
Oh, no, he won't. No, this is not. He won't. Dude, his arm was bad.
I mean, that's true. I mean, he was pretty hurt though. I guess.
Speaking of which, I got a shout out, Mike. I'm glad you brought that up. Dustin Pedroia retired as a Red Sox. 4-time Gold Glove, 4-star, Rookie of the Year, League MVP, 3-time World Series champion.
What a time!
I think that we got to shout out a little Petey, Mike, and a great name, The Laser Show.
Word. Was it his birthday or something today?
No, he retired.
Dustin Pedroia officially retired.
Officially done with baseball. He's 39 years old.
Wow, dude. I can't believe, look at us, man. We're hitting all the sports today.
But Mike, that's a guy. That's the guy.
That was when baseball was more fun.
Like, I think it's one of those things like you have like the guy in your group.
But he was so good, dude.
Right.
Unreal.
The Laser Show, dude. Mike, that's a great name. I mean, come on. How can you not love a guy named self-proclaimed The Laser Show? Do the people actually know how he got that nickname?
I don't. I'm sure the people probably don't either.
Mike, let me spin you a yarn here.
Yeah.
All right. So he was hitting like 172, and no, I'm dead serious. In like 2007.
Okay.
And everybody was all pissed off. They were like, "You were just, you've been the rookie of the year. You stinking all."
Right. He was.
And he goes, "You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm the Laser Show." And there's nothing cooler, Mike. I will say this to the people. Hit a home run off a Fenway to the left. Sounds awesome, right? You hit it over the monster. Just keep hitting fucking Laser Show dingers off the monster and getting doubles every single at bat. And he did it. Like, he did it the next game. It was like 4 for 4 with like 4 doubles. It was like, yeah, I'm a laser, or like a home. I actually think one of them was home run. So it was like 4 for 4, 1 home run, 3 doubles smacked off the monster. Yeah, I'm the Laser Show.
I mean, that's smart, bro.
What a great moment.
Smart, dude. That is super cool. I love that.
Just something silly without this. They're very, very funny about that.
No, I love that. I love that too. That's really cool. We're gonna get out of here on a break, but before we get to the break, we're gonna throw in one more sport here to complete this like onslaught of all these different sports, which is fantastic. John, do you remember? Okay, so Nike Golf, they stopped making golf equipment, right, in 2016. I'm a big Nike guy. Sure, there's some other big Nike people out there. So in 2016, the company that was partnered with Nike to develop their golf balls, right? Their golf balls started to come out in like 2007, 2008, and the first installment came out. Or no, 2011, 2014, whatever. So they had like 3 installations of these golf balls. The third one was the best one. Obviously, it was the RZN. If people remember this time in 2014, 2016, what a time. And yeah, no, literally, like if you're a Nike person, what a time. So
What a time.
so Nike, they're like, we're not doing clubs anymore. We're only focusing on apparel and shoes. And so this golf ball partner who was making the resin technology, you know, they were like, oh man. And so they, you know, got the bought the rights to the patent, you know, after it expired, because I believe it takes, you know, like some time for the patent to expire, and then they buy it and they use they make the same golf ball. It just hit the market not too long ago. It's the same exact golf ball from the Nike one. Same type of box, same features. Um it was a premium golf ball that was sold for like $45, like a Pro V and like all those other tour premium golf balls. And it's $25 less. And the only thing that's different is it just doesn't have the swoosh on it. It's just called Resin Tour, and it has the same. And they changed the names of it, obviously, and the three different options. And it's super cool to me because I'm a kid and I played a lot of their Nike golf balls, and now I'm like about to get these RCN balls, and I'm gonna.
Mike, let's hit the break before I have an opinion about this.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, we're gonna hit the breaks, and we're gonna come back. And this is the Coldest of Takes. All right. John probably just gotta go to the bathroom or something. And so I might just end my live stream now. So you're gonna have to listen to the pod maybe to hear what John thinks. Wow, man, actually maybe. That's a good idea. Yeah. Listen to the second half of the pod. Peace.